Mary, welcome back. How long ago did you leave the University of Greenwich?
About 4 years ago, I did my master's and left in 2009.
And what did you do before the master's?
Well, I went to Greenwich in 2003, did my BA honours in landscape architecture, and then I had 2 years out in training before going back.
And who did you work for in training?
Okay, so I worked for Rami Design. They were based in Kent at the time. And then I also worked for Island Associates. They're now called Island and Albrecht here in Greenwich.
So when you graduated 4 years ago, what did you do after that?
Actually, as soon as I got my master's certificate, I packed my bags and went back to Uganda.
And did you find the weather very much better there?
Oh yes, because I had been here far too long. So I was ready to go back. During the course of my training, I always knew that I wanted to go back, and I was working to go back. So as soon as I felt ready to go back, I really just packed my bags and made sure.
And then what job did you do when you returned?
So when I got there, I was going to return to a family practice. We've got, as a family, we've got an architectural practice. But working with your family is not easy. So I then, about 2 months in, I changed my mind and decided to register my own company. I registered and I became a consultant. So I then ran the consultancy Karoma Design for about a year and a half, really just trying to make ends meet, and it was a struggle.
And did you do some teaching at the same time?
I did, yes. So I then also applied. In actual sense, I didn't apply. They knew, the university knew I was back in the country. They contacted me and asked me to begin lecturing. So I started the lecturing in 2010, August 2010. Started a landscape, coordinating a landscape course at the university, Uganda Matters University. And then a year later, I was approached by the council, Kampala's capital city authority, to work for them. When I went to start work, they wanted me to do some work in public health, and they called it beautifying, greening and beautifying. And I said, actually, no. Landscape architecture is a lot more, is a lot more than just greening and beautifying. And
so what are you doing for them now?
So I started a landscape department, and we've built up a team over the last 18 months.
How many people in the team?
There's about 300 people in the team. The team consists of, it's a design team, an implementation team. An implementation, I mean hardworks and softworks, landscaping, and then we have a management team. So within the office, I have a team of about 12 doing the design work. And then we have a team of about 60 doing the hardworks, construction, masonry type, and then about 100 doing the landscaping, implementation of landscaping, and then the maintenance. The rest of the team is maintenance.
And how many design staff?
So the design staff are about 12.
And what kind of projects do you do?
The projects are varied. Currently we are working with an initiative, the Green Approach. We call it the Green Approach because there's a lot of development within the city.
So it's public space within the city, is it?
It is public space within the city. But we're trying to also influence the stakeholder at every level. So we are saying to the developer, by all means, you must take these issues into consideration before you bring in your drawings for approval. And then, so we do a lot of that assessment, and then we do a lot of design work. We have we're trying to design some parks that were there. In fact, we've recently done a small urban sort of civic park, the first since the colonialists or the British people left Uganda.
You make me feel guilty.
Yes, all the more. That's the reason why you should be involved.
Now you did say that there would be opportunities for people to help. How would that work?
Okay, so
and who would you like, and how would it work?
The opportunities are this. What's happening with a lot of development is a lot of opportunities.
I've read about it, yes.
What is going on in Kampala. So there's a lot of you could be involved in environmental impact assessments, You could be involved in the design work, schematic stage. Like I said, we do implementation, so you could be involved in construction details, supervision of those works, and then the maintenance management of, we're trying to do the whole lot.
I assume that you don't mean me. So are you talking about recent graduates from a landscape architecture program?
I'm talking about graduates from Greenwich University, and they don't have to be recent. They can go as far back as the group I was with at Greenwich University. I think what I'm saying is there's great opportunity in Uganda, and it's also great experience. The weather is perfect. The people are lovely. And it's an opportunity to be involved on projects that will change lives. That, for me, that's what it's really about. It's about designing, being a part of this process that touches and changes people's lives for the better.
So how would it work for the individual? How long would you want to have them for to be useful?
Ideally, they need to be there about 6 months. We could consider 3 to 6 months, but 6 months for anyone, I think, to have an impact within the team. And the arrangement currently is that they come, we provide accommodation and housekeeping, and then they...
Housekeeping? Laundry?
Laundry.
Oh!
Housekeeping. They bring their food and it's prepared for them. Yes. But with time, who knows, perhaps things could change. But it's important for them to be able to sponsor themselves and come out.
Yes, I think it would be quite practical for an individual who wanted to do it to go around local companies, organisations, trusts and obtain sponsorship for really just for their travel costs, isn't it?
Yeah.
And maybe it's a little bit of day-to-day expenditure.
While you're there, yes. But we guarantee we'll look after them, they'll have a great experience while they're out there, and who knows, they could decide to settle there. I mean, I consider myself the only landscape architect currently. No, actually, I tell a lie, there's 2 of us.
Well, so that was 100% exaggeration.
There's 2 of us, but the reason I say myself, the only landscape architect, is that the other one is very much biased to environmental assessments and not doing much practice in terms of professional practice, and seeing projects done. Whereas my emphasis is on professional practice, but also trying to get the government, the council, to recognize the value of the landscape architect in the whole planning process. Of course, being part of the council is, for us, that's a gold mine, because we can determine, we can educate at that level, we can help make decisions in terms of standards and guidelines and policy. So we are at the right place.
Well, Mary, thank you very much. I'm full of admiration for what you've done, and I hope that you'll get lots of people to come and help you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay.